Cortex Healthcare Software welcomes you to our YouTube channel. This video is a how-to guide for assistance to healthcare professionals who are using the Cortex telemedicine platform, CoreTM. This video shows the use of CoreTM from a web browser for people in the role of an assistant. And in this video, we'll show you how to manage appointments on behalf of doctors. So quick orientation. I'm logged in here in the web application as an assistant who's been previously invited by two doctors to act on their behalf. You can see here on my home screen there are icons for two doctors that I'm currently the assistants for. This Dr. Mitchell Cooper on the left and Dr. Victor Sokolov on the right. If I select a doctor, it will highlight the doctor's name, and one click of the mouse will take me through to a detailed page of the doctor's schedule. You can see there's a calendar down here with dates. The circled date is the current date, dates in the future, and dates in the past. And the dates that are in colored highlights have activities for that particular date. So let's go back to today. And going back to the home screen, you'll see on the left here in this vertical menu bar there's a schedule button. If I select the schedule button, you'll see it takes me to the same detailed screen that we were on before. And here there is a select bar where, using the drop down arrow, I can select a specific doctor and bring up that doctor's schedule. So let's take a look at managing an appointment on behalf of a doctor. Here I have the schedule for Dr. Sokolov. Let's take a quick look what Dr. Sokolov's screen looks like. So this is the doctor's screen, and you'll see on the doctor's home screen for today, July the 23rd, there is a patient waiting, Tony Gordon-Smith, who's made an appointment. The appointment is for today at 6 p.m. with an approve or reject status. So let's go back to looking at it as me as the assistant. So here we can see that same appointment for Dr. Sokolov is sitting here in the waiting queue. You'll notice that there is also an approved queue for previously approved patients, and likewise for patients who've cancelled their bookings or previously been consulted. As the assistant, whilst I can see the patients who've been consulted in the past, I cannot click through into the details of these, as that's private information between the doctor and the patient. So here we had the patient who's waiting for an appointment today, and we're going to take the simple action of approving that appointment. So I'm going to click the approve button. I get a confirmation box making sure that I definitely want to approve the appointment, and I'm going to do so. There are no longer any waiting patients, and if we look at the approved list, we'll see that that patient, Tony Smith, has moved over to the approved queue for the doctor. So what happens on the doctor's front? If we go back to the doctor's view, and if I refresh this view for it, just force a refresh, we should see that Tony Smith has moved from the pending queue into the consultation approved queue. The doctor's main schedule changes, and there is a reminder for the doctor with a countdown that this consultation will start in 2 hours. And looking at the schedule from the doctor's perspective for today, the 23rd, we can see that Mr. Smith is waiting his appointment starting at 6 p.m. Coming back to our window as the assistant, let's just see how that changes at all. You'll see Dr. Sokolov, there are no new bookings waiting because we've cleared that booking, it's been approved. And if we look at Dr. Sokolov's detailed schedule, there's no longer any waiting patients, and in the approved queue, here is Mr. Smith. Now that he's been approved, we have two other options. We can reject the appointment still or reschedule the appointment. If I reject that appointment, so I don't want to reject that one, we're going to use it for another demonstration. This one was in the past. Let's show you how that works. If I press the reject button, I get another confirmation box before the appointment's been rejected. You'll see that there is an opportunity to reschedule appointments as well. And we'll deal with that in a separate video.